I was sexually abused by my step-granddad as a child, and it stopped when I was 11 years old because my stepmom caught it happening. She told my dad about it, and my dad said, "You're not going around there anymore and keep it silent." And I did. And I kept that silent, and I lived in silence for 11 or 12 years. And towards the latter end of that time, my dad had become an alcoholic, and he had high blood pressure and he had diabetes, and he ended up having a heart attack and he passed away, and he was 48 years old, and we're talking June the 1st, 2017 now. Now, after he passed away, I felt an urge to speak up and to share my story, and I did, and I broke my silence. But what happened off the back of that was I found out from a family member that my dad was abused too by the same man that abused me. And my dad had lived and practically died living in silence, and he took that to the grave with him. And that's when I decided to go all in on my purpose and help as many survivors as I can out there to not go down the same road that my dad went down, to speak up, to find their voice, and to take their power back. And not just that, but to also end the generational silence that comes with it. And since then, we're talking 6, 7 years ago, I released a book. It became a bestseller. I became a keynote speaker all around the world. I've gone into the press. I have a publishing company called Powerful Books, where we work with trauma survivors to help them find their voice through the process of writing their story. And now we're taking the first step of Powerful Films, the production company, to start turning these books, these true, amazing, inspiring stories, and turning them into true story feature films, into dramas, with my story being the first one to start this. So this film, it ends with me, is about my story. It's about the complex situation of generational silence, or generational trauma, or generational abuse, but also more specifically, intrafamilial abuse, sexual abuse that happens within families, behind closed doors, in a lot of places. But it doesn't get talked about because of the shame that comes with it. And I honestly believe that with this film, the impact, the conversations, the movement that this film is going to create will be unfathomable, will be crazy. My story on social media so far has gotten over 50 million video views. And I just know that with this film, it's really going to help people. So please believe me when I say this, that this film is not just a film, it's going to be a movement. And if you are a survivor watching this, or you know someone who is a survivor, we all do, the best way to be part of this movement is to contribute towards making this film happen. No matter what the contribution is, it will help to directly help to make this film happen, to get a message out there that needs to be heard, to start a conversation, and to truly make a difference in people's lives, in survivors' lives, and in families. Because as soon as that generational cycle has been broken, that's when the generations of healing can start. So thank you for being here. It ends with me. I'm very, very excited for the path that moves forward. And I hope that you can be part of this, because if you can be part of this, that is how we're going to make this happen. Thank you.